Alright guys, so for today's recording, we're just going to be talking about starters today, and I wanted to tell you all my favorite starters and some of my least favorite starters. So let's go, and let's start with Kanto. Kanto starters, we got Charizard, Ivysaur, Blastoise. A great set of starters, just amazing since it's their first ones. And we're going to just cut off Charizard first, so as you can see this next picture, Charizard's gone. And we cut off Charizard. I cut him off just because he's overhyped. He's like everyone's favorite Kanto starter, and I just don't like him as much. I don't like the fact that he's not Dragon type, even though it was overpowered in Kanto, and I just don't like him as much as the others. Next one off is Venusaur. I like him a lot, but just Blastoise and Squirtle's amazing to me. And I know they're not super strong compared to the rest because it's the only single type starter, but I just think it's an amazing starter and I love how it looks. Alright, Johto. Now we got Typhlosion, my least favorite Pokemon, and Totodile. So, like I said, I'm just going to cut off Chikorita's evolution. I don't even care enough to remember its name. I just think it looks ugly and gross. Alright, so the next one I cut off is Totodile and his evolutions, because as they're good and I've used them before, I just don't like them as much as Typhlosion. To me, they're a strong starter, but they're not the strongest, I just don't like how it looks as much. Typhlosion and Cyndaquil, on the other hand, amazing starters. Cyndaquil goes from this cute little fiery mouse to a giant fire, just amazing creature that I love. And I love the fire coming out of its back. Alright, Hoenn. Now this one, it was a harder pick. It's like the next best set of starters besides Kanto. And it's probably my third favorite starter trio, to be honest. But the first one we're cutting off, Sceptile. I just don't like Sceptile as much because, again, I think he's overhyped. And he is useful in game. It's just, I don't like him. I like his Mega Evolution from Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby a lot more, and I like him. Anyways, the next one we're cutting off, Blaziken. Now, I actually do really love Blaziken. He's my best Pokemon in some of the games, but the thing about him is, he's just not Mudkip. I really have a thing for ground types. It's one of my favorite typings, probably my second favorite, and he's no Mudkip. Anyways, back to Sinnoh. This one, we're going to cut off Empoleon because I really just don't like Piplup's line, and I don't like Empoleon and how he looks. It's just gross. I don't like the French Napoleon aspect of him. And then the next one we're going to cut off is Monfernape. I really like Monfernape, and he's really good considering he's the only other fire type you can get in Sinnoh. It's just he's not my favorite, He started the whole firefighting trend. No, that's Blaziken, sorry. But anyways, he's just not my favorite. He's still great, and I love him, but he's just not my favorite. So that leaves Torterra as my favorite. Torterra is actually my favorite Pokemon of all time. He's just amazing. I love how he's a giant ground turtle with the stuff on his back, and he's just amazing. The fact that little Pokemon can just crawl on him and stuff, you can do so much art with him, little Pokemon crawling on his back and such, and trainers sitting on his back while he walks through a forest. It's just, Torterra is my all-time favorite Pokemon. He's the one that I want to draw. He's the one that I want, a figurine or something of, and he's just amazing. And Turtwig is cute, and Torterra is this giant, menacing monster. And that's why he's my favorite Pokemon of all time, so that's why I spent a little extra on him. Alright, now, Unova is a great region. Its starters, though, probably the second worst. Anyways, so the first starter I took off was Snivy, because I just hate Snivy. I hate how he's snobby. I hate how he looks. I hate everything about Snivy. He's just my least favorite. Now, the next one I get off is Emboar, because Emboar's great. It's just, he added on the firefighting, and I think he's the worst one out of all the firefightings. Tepig's amazing. It's just Emboar is no bueno. And that leaves Oshawott, Duat, and Samurott as my favorites for Unova. I picked this because water type's always good. And I just like how Oshawott's cute, and then Duat's fighting and fierce, and then it goes to the noble Samurott. Alright, Kalos now. Delphox is awful. So bad. Finnegan's cute, and I think it could have gone so much better, but Delphox is disgusting, and that's why it's the first one we cross off. And then for our next one, Chespin. Chespin's a really good Pokemon. I used him through my first playthrough, but the fact of the matter is, he's the most awkward out of them. His middle evolution, garbage. And he goes from cute to this big hulking monster, which I really like. It's just not as much as Greninja. Greninja, on the other hand, amazing. He was voted like best Pokemon of the year. He's probably second to third favorite starter, and he really earns the spot with his signature move, and everything about him's just great. Now, on to Alola. Okay, the first one we're going to get out of here is Poplio's evolutionary line. I don't remember these as well because, they're newer games. I only played them once. But, yeah, Poplio and its evolutionary line, first one's out. I don't like them as much. I don't like the end phase, almost at all. And then the next one I'm cutting out, see, this is where the decision got harder, because I like Incineroar, and I like, Rowlet's evolution line. Sorry, I can't remember his name. But I had to get rid of Incineroar first, because I just think the Owl Archer Ghost is so much cooler. He's a ghost, which ghost type is my favorite type, and then he's an archer, and I just really like that, and I like the medieval inspirations. Alright, now for the last region, Galar. Galar's an amazing game. I just finished my playthrough of it, and I don't like how they tried to recreate Greninja's success with Inteleon, and plus Inteleon's just more boring, so I crossed Inteleon out first. And the next one is Cinderace. Cinderace was okay, but he's no amazing Pokemon, He's no, Torterra. So Cinderace is my next one out. He's cool, and he's really fast, and I like his soccer design, but other than that, he's just out. And then lastly, Grookey and Gorilla Broom are the best Pokemon of this generation. I like the drummer music aspect. I like the grass giant monkey. It's just a great design. And anyways, that was the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye.